So before we start, you're going to open up Photoshop on your desktop. And once Photoshop loads, you're going to go to File, Open. You can find your drawing, which your teacher will direct you to from the shared area. And you're going to double click on that and open up your design within Photoshop. Go to Image Adjustments. And you're going to click on Levels. And what this is going to enable us to do is just make our drawing pure black and white. So what you need to do is just change the toggles in the box there, and as you do that, it'll adjust the image. And what you need to do is bunch those together just until you find the right balance between black and white. Once you're happy, click OK, and that will apply the change. Okay, what we're going to do is just click on the padlock there. That's going to unlock the layer. And what we're going to do is create a new layer, which is the next step. So you click on the new layer icon. You're going to drag that to the bottom. And whilst you're here, you're going to rename your layers accordingly. So I'm going to name this layer here Fox Design, because that's got my drawing and design on it. And then the layer underneath, you're going to name Color. And this is the layer that we're going to be applying the color to. Okay, once you've named your layers, you're going to click on your design, the layer that your drawing's on. You're going to click on that selection menu there and click on Multiply. And that's going to enable us to apply our color to our design. You're going to click on the bottom layer. You're going to go across and select the brush tool. And once you've selected the brush tool at the top here, you have various brush types that you can select from. So we have general brushes. You can change the size of the brushes just by toggling the bar at the top there. Alongside general brushes, there are lots of other brush types we can select. Dry media brushes, which will give a pencil or sort of charcoal effect. And there's also wet media brushes as well. And again, lots of different choices for you to pick from. But the main brush type we're going to be using is the ink and thin brush. So I've just selected that there. I'm going to adjust the size accordingly. And for the time being, that's about the right size, so I can click away from that. Now, before we start, you might wish to select the magnifying glass at the bottom there, and that will enable you to zoom in to the area that you wish to start with first. And I think what I'm going to do here is just concentrate on the crown. Once I have zoomed in accordingly, I can click back on the brush tool and it remembers the settings that were there last. My color palette is on the right hand side, so you can toggle through all the sorts of colors that you might potentially need on the right hand side. So I think for the crown I'm going to go for a traditional gold. And once you've selected the color, you can start to apply that just by clicking and holding and moving the mouse accordingly. If you make a mistake and go outside the lines, you can go to Edit, Step Backward, and that will undo your mistake. At any time, you can change the size of the brush at the top there, which is quite useful for shading smaller areas. Now, say you got to an area whereby you wished to use a previous color, then the way that you can get that color back is to click on the eyedropper tool, which is on the left hand side. And once you've selected the eyedropper tool, you're going to hover over the area, the color that you wish to replicate, just click, and then they'll automatically select that color. You can go in and add that color to other areas.